There's a 10-week Masonry program that gives young New Yorkers the opportunity to work to preserve and restore some of the city's historic buildings, and they can get necessary experience to work in the booming construction business. New Yorker's Rebecca Greenberg checked it out. She has the story from Greenwood Cemetery.
Perched up on a wooden scaffold in Greenwood Cemetery, Paul DeSegli is hard at work.
So you really need to pack it tight. And then once you have it packed tight, you could come in and strike it and make it look nice, like get a nice uniform line.
He's one of 14 young future masonries restoring the Phelps Mausoleum, which dates back to the 1850s.
When we came in today and saw this wall from yesterday, I was like, wow, like these lines held up, like we really did a good job.
DeSegli is part of the Bridge to Crafts Careers program. It trains students for entry-level positions in masonry restoration, a lucrative occupation. Construction was the fourth highest paying employment field in the city in 2020, and it appears to be bouncing back from the pandemic. In 2021, the construction industry added more than 11,000 jobs.
It's an opportunity to get young folks into the construction trade and to teach them things they might have not known before and create an opportunity for folks to move forward within the construction trades industry, and that can be a real foothold into the middle class.
Neela Wickramasinga heads up restoration and preservation at Greenwood and has been running the Bridge to Craft Careers program for 5 years. She says she takes pride teaching young people to restore long-standing structures like this one.
Historic buildings make up the fabric of every borough, every neighborhood, every block in our city, and we need to be able to thoroughly and thoughtfully restore them to create the type of city that we want to continue to live in.
You don't have to make it look pretty at first. You just really need to pack it in so it's doing its job.
As a lifelong New Yorker, DeSegli says he feels honored to help restore a piece of Brooklyn's history and at the same time turning this passion into a career.
This last week of working here, I've had such a good time. Like I leave here and I'm like, I wish we could stay longer. I'm like happy at work. You know, that's the best thing when you're happy at work.
Rebecca's with us now. This starts to make sense when you look around something like Central Park or Greenwood Cemetery and you see all of that old stonework there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this particular building dates back to the 1850s. So there's a lot of history wrapped up in this. I mean, a lot of people care about these old structures and want to see them stay around for a long time.
And we were talking about this before we went on the air. Greenwood Cemetery, in some ways, operates almost like a park, inviting people in.
Yeah, a friend was going for a walk the other day in Greenwood, and I said, the cemetery? And a lot of people are hanging out there.
Oh, yeah, it's such a beautiful green space, and I feel like a lot of people think of a cemetery as some place that's very desolate, but it's so full of life. And it's a place that people just love to walk around in, especially coming up. There's the cherry blossoms, so it's a really beautiful, picturesque place.
And then these are skills in terms of the stonework that can translate to any construction project anywhere in the city. So there is a good path to a great job.
Definitely. You have this 10-week program, and then afterwards you can get trained, you get the proper certification, and then you basically have everything you need to get an entry-level job in this very lucrative industry.
I mean, go anywhere in the city right now, and there is construction happening.
Absolutely. We'll take a break on 1 Ace on 1 when we come back.